Hi, I'm April Hugh. I'm with Century 21 Hometown Realty.
And I'm Miko Nehman. I'm also with Century 21 Hometown Realty. And we have a special guest with us today, Darin Gossage with Gossage Group. It's a remediation company.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, welcome, Darin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how long have you been in the remediation restoration business?
Since I was 18, so I guess we're going on 27 years.
Okay, I won't do the math, but
Yeah.
no.
Not going to
Wow.
help anyway, so no, it's all good.
It's good, good, all right.
So Darin and I met years ago, and one of my clients had a reverse osmosis leak underneath her sink.
Yep.
And his
Okay.
company managed to save the granite counters and pull out the cabinets. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah, we
Very
got
first
lucky.
one.
We
Yeah.
got lucky.
Yeah.
When
wow.
you can save the granite countertops, you always come out the hero.
You've always been my hero.
So did you rebuild those cabinets, or did you have to bring?
Yeah, so basically we just pulled the cabinet apart, re-supported the countertop, and then rebuilt the cabinet in place using the same
Okay.
door fronts and drawers and doors. But
Gotcha.
all new cabinet built all in place up underneath the cabinet. So
Wow.
we end up doing it a lot. Lots of insurance companies, if they can save a dime, they're trying.
Right.
So they really appreciate it when we can try to save countertops and whatever else is possible.
Now, do you
Gotcha.
get calls from insurance companies or just customers directly that say, I've got a leak, I've got a problem?
So our company's evolved a lot. We used to do a lot of direct vendor work directly for insurance companies.
Uh-huh.
Now we have a couple of insurance adjusters
Okay.
that
Okay.
give us a call and have us do work, but we're not on vendor programs. In
Okay.
the past, a lot of the big companies have vendor programs where they'll send out a company to take care of
Okay.
the water damage or the repair. But we don't do that anymore. Most of our work really is word of mouth.
Okay.
People that we've worked
Yeah.
with in the past, or
So if someone, like, say I had a leak, and I say, oh, I want to call you to take care, help me out, get the dryers
Sure.
or whatever equipment you can help me with. Now, can I still bill my insurance for that?
definitely.
Or, oh,
Right.
okay.
We utilize the same programs for
Okay.
estimating and all the same that the other companies would use. We work more for the client than for the insurance company.
Okay, good. Well, I kind of like that, actually. Because you're, someone that you trust, that you want to use, for the
Sure.
work, instead of having an
Yeah.
insurance company sending who they want to send, so.
So you would get that first call and someone has a leak, then you would come out, assess what's going on, bring out
within
dryers.
usually within an hour or two, we'll have somebody there on site. They'll assess the job, and the process is still the same. They're going to go through and pull out carpet and pad, and they're going to set up drying equipment, pull
Drill
baseboards,
holes.
drill holes.
Yep.
Up underneath the cabinets and in the baseboards. So they'll get it's the same process.
Right.
Where we've kind of changed, though, where we kind of specialize, is the construction side. A lot of those companies that come out and do the emergency work,
Right.
they don't want to do the construction, or
Right.
they don't do the construction.
Right. Okay.
So even a lot of times, if you've had a company out and they've done the initial emergency work, you still need a contractor.
Right.
And so we'll come behind, and we also can do all the construction repairs.
That's great.
Yeah.
All in one,
Yep.
right?
Do a little bit of it all.
So now, do you have those leak detector machines when you go out, if you have a slab leak and you're trying to find it, and
So
Good question.
all of our equipment is focused on trying to find where materials are wet. So we
Okay.
have specialty equipment that we can put a little meter on the wall and tell you whether you still have moisture in the wall.
okay,
We use another company called American Leak Detection.
okay,
Right.
That when you're trying to find the problem and it's in a slab and you don't
Yes.
know where it's at,
uh-huh,
we usually refer them. They come out and find the leak. But
okay. Yeah, I went through all of that, so, and I think that was the company that came with the machine and found the leak,
Yeah.
and,
yeah, they're really good at what they do. So they're really the best people for finding the leak. But from then on out, yeah,
it's you guys.
we'll come in and help out.
Okay.
Now, what about, do you do mold remediation as well?
Yes, my nemesis, mold.
We've been on those jobs multiple
Oh,
times. Oh my
okay.
goodness.
Everybody gets so scared of the word mold, but
They do.
yeah, we do mold remediation.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a lot of our business. From that, we try to take a very reasonable approach.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world like people think it may be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times the solution's a lot easier than you think it's going to be. People have these nightmares that it's just going to blow up and be. And there are those times. There's times when you have issues, but 90% of the time is very manageable.
So you
So,
put like containment
Yeah, so
Right?
what a normal job
Sorry,
looks
April.
like
It's okay.
is we want to control the environment.
Right.
So a normal project looks like us coming in, pulling all of your contents out of our given room, setting up plastic walls, and then putting in a negative air machine or a HEPA
Yes.
filter
Yes.
that is cleaning the air and making sure that as we create debris and we do removing the mold, that it's not spread to other parts of the house.
Right. It's going outside.
That's right. So we keep it isolated to a small work area. It's possible for people to still live in the home, and it really confines where our workspace is. So, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. If anybody's had asbestos abatement done in their house, the process, again, kind of generated from that industry
Okay.
and is very similar.
So now, do you also test for mold then? Are you, or is that a conflict?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we try to keep it separate.
Okay.
And really it covers everybody involved, the consumer, us as a company, and also there's usually a third party involved that's paying for it. But it helps to generate that somebody else checks and says that I did a good job.
Yeah.
And it's just not me signing off on a piece of paper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and we have some great relationships. There's some really good testing companies in town. And they don't do remediation either.
So they keep
They're
it separate?
completely
Just test.
separate
Yeah.
as well.
Right,
They
right.
just test.
So then you also do fire?
We do fire. That one's actually the worst, to be truthful.
Oh, really? Worse than mold?
Yeah, because mold usually is going to be small and confined to one location.
Okay.
Fire goes throughout the house. It destroys so much stuff.
Okay.
And it really it takes an emotional toll that is worse
Yes.
than the other damages. When you have something that an heirloom that you're really in love with, and
Right.
it's covered in smoke or it's been
Yeah.
charred or in fire,
Yeah.
it's hard to live with. Whereas the others, they still look halfway decent. You can get past it, but fire is really a tough one. So yeah, we do fire damage restoration.
Okay.
So
And you do general contracting as well?
and that's the other side of the company. We build brand new homes.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
we design and build homes from the beginning, from the ground up. We're a small company, so we don't do a lot of projects. On the construction side, I usually will take on maybe 2 or 3 new homes at a time, and then the rest of the business is focused on doing water and fire and mold and all the other stuff.
And what areas do you service?
From usually Santa Barbara up to Paso.
Okay.
I don't go down into Santa Barbara as much as we used to. Most of the time we stop at San Ynez and then up into Paso Robles. Paso Robles and San Luis has experienced a ton of growth. So a lot of work is starting to push that direction.
Okay.
But we're here in
Yeah.
Santa Maria. We have been
Okay.
since I started the business.
Well, I was keeping you busy there for a while.
I know. We have Miko on speed dial.
I have a water leak. I know, and you know who she calls? Oh my gosh, I just happened. So I'm probably the second or third call on that.
And that part, especially for realtors, can be very nerve-wracking. When
yeah.
you're in the middle
Yeah.
of an escrow, you have a mold problem or you have a water damage or something happens, it is not easy. And our goal is to come in and try to navigate that so it's as least impact on everybody involved.
Well, that last
And
house
that's what we
did,
appreciate.
It was, I walked in and it was completely redone. And I walked in and the water line on the refrigerator ice maker line had broke. So now I check the RO units and change out the ice maker line. But
Yep.
it was flooded and he had to come in and
Yeah.
do his thing.
Oh my gosh, what a
But
bummer.
you still close that one.
Closed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it happens, and that's kind of the thing that people get all worked up and concerned with is that they're going to lose a sale, or here's this house that they just thought they're sinking all their money into, and it has mold issues now or something like that. And our goal is to come in and really make sure that doesn't stop or
Yeah.
end a sale for you.
And you're really hands-on with every part of the job, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
and that's
used-
that's why I keep it small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I came from the background 15 years ago. I worked for one of the big companies, and I just sat in an office and had people go out all the time, and you really lose that connection with the client.
Right.
And so we keep it small on purpose, so that I still see almost, I would say, 95% of the
Right.
projects
Yeah. That's
physically.
great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And now, would you rate your costs? You're pretty competitive, or because you're small, you can keep them down a little bit more?
So I would say in the remediation industry, we're known as the middle of the road.
Okay.
So we're not the cheapest guy out there.
Okay.
We're usually not the most expensive. We're
Okay.
usually right in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
That's good to know.
So, yeah, especially, and remediation and insurance work can be expensive. There's a lot that goes into it as far as schooling and the type of equipment that you have to hold on to and all that. So it's not a cheap business
Right.
or to run. But in all reality, like I say, we keep pretty middle of the
Oh,
road.
that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, is there any other things that you could suggest to our viewers? Just call you first, call the insurance company first?
If you know a problem, if you see a problem, give us a call. And a lot of times, even before you call the insurance company,
Call you,
yeah,
okay.
give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at it.
Okay.
See if you have a problem and something that the insurance company is going to cover. Because, like with mold issues, depending on who your insurance company is, there may not be coverage.
That's true.
Okay.
And if you make a phone call and you start an insurance claim, then you got clue reports that start getting to all that
Yep.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff makes
Yep.
life difficult for the sale of the house. So I can come in free of charge and give you an idea of whether or not it's going to be covered, one. And then
Okay.
two, how much work are you dealing with? Is this going to be under my deductible? Is it going to be over the deductible?
And then make
That-
decisions.
that'd
can
be
made
very
from there.
helpful.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's really awesome.
And especially in the middle of escrow. I would say right now, 70% of the mold work that we're doing is mid-escrow. Home inspectors come in, he finds a problem underneath the kitchen sink or in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and they need help trying to figure out how they're going to handle it.
Right,
And so that initial inspection to come out and take a look at it and give you an idea
yes.
is free. So
Okay.
Okay. Oh, good
no,
to
it
know.
doesn't hurt to call.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow. Well, good information. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
meeting
you.
with
No
us,
problem.
Darin.
No
and
problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure.
And if you have any questions or want more information, you can give us a call. I can be reached at 805-714-8124.
And my number is 805-878-5056. Thanks for watching.
See you soon.
Thanks, Darin.
Thank
You
you
got
so
it.
much.